What is up YouTube? As you may have noticed, Smog on Battlefinder is down from quite a few days. I also realized that nobody wants to watch a showdown over a regular Wi-Fi games, so today I'm bringing you a UU battle against a guy by the name of Live, which I found on PurpleSurge IRC chat. On my side there is the same rain team that I used for quite some time, meanwhile my opponent's team seems to be a mix of 3 walls and 2 all-out attackers with a Crobat to support them all. Before we start, let me just say that this guy's name reminds me of Bill O'Reilly quote.
I'll write it and we'll do it live!
And today Bill will help me to commentate some of the things that are going to happen, because I don't think I could do it better myself. So let's get this going. I lead with Bronzong, and it's been a while since I was facing a Crobat last time, so I forgot that they tend to carry Taunt, and he uses it to prevent my Stealth Rock. So because I'm pretty sure that he can't do much to my Bronzong except that, I go to Articuno, predicting him just to WoJtOn out of there. He brings a Chandelure and I don't want to risk my Kingdra taking a Shadow Ball in case he predicts my switch, so I decide to stay in, risk it and go for a Hurricane without the rain, but it only does around half and he destroys me with a Fire Blast. So now I bring my Joan Jet to do what she does best, demolish everything. He switches to Kofargrigus, probably expecting me to be a Dragon Dance physical attacker, but instead takes a fuckload of damage from a Specs Draco Meteor, and another one is easily enough to finish him. But now he goes back to his Chandelure, so I try to switch to Ludicolo, but guess what? I can't because he has a Shadow Tag. He thought it's legit, even though Shadow Tag Chandelure would probably immediately end up in Uber, so yeah. I decided to move on with the battle anyway and try taking him out, because even at -4 Draco Meteor does a solid chunk and he barely survives his own Life Orb recoil. But then of course another Draco Meteor misses and he takes me out with a Shadow Ball. So Bill, what do you have to say about that?
Fucking thing sucks!
My thoughts exactly. Thankfully his Life Orb recoil makes it a double down, so now I send out my Jack. But then I switch right out to Ludicolo, still with badly spelled name, to take any hit from his Soak. He goes for an Earthquake and then switches out as I set up Rain Dance, which tells me that he is choiced in some way, and by the amount this Earthquake did, I'm gonna say Scarfed. Anyway, he goes back to his Crobat, and I just decided to stay in, take a Brave Bird, wear him down with recoil, and if by some miracle I survive it, finish him with an Ice Beam. He decides to WoJtOn out to Licky Licky though to remove my weather, and I realize that now is a chance to set up a Stealth Rock, so I switch back to Bronzong and it works out even better than I expected because he goes for a Toxic. So I get my rocks up on his switch to Soak, and then I decided to stay in, see what he goes for and do as much as I can with a Gyro Ball. Seeing the amount the close combat did, I think I can survive another one after leftovers, and with another defense drop I know that Gyro Ball will take him out. So I decided to stay in and that is exactly what happens. I survive another close combat with 6 HP and with a -2 defense he goes down to a Gyro Ball. His Porygon 2 revenge kills me with an Ice Beam, but now I've got a plan. I go to Raikou and set up Rain Dance, just to support my Ludicolo later on, and then do a solid chunk with a Thunder, so as he takes me out with another Tri-Attack, he's at the range where my Heracross will be able to revenge kill him with a close combat. So because I know that he will switch to Crobat to take it, I go for a Stone Edge instead, and 2 of these easy take him out. Now though he knows that I am Choice Scarfed, so he goes back to Porygon 2 and recovers all the way up on my switch to Ludicolo. I know that in order to take the game, I need to wear this thing down again to the range where my Heracross will be able to take him out with a close combat. So this is a slow paced part of the game. I hit him with a rain boosted Scald and get a burn on the first try, meanwhile he Thunderwaves me to ensure that in case of crit he will be able to go for a recover before I take him out. Then basically what is happening, I keep spamming Scalds trying to bring him down low enough that I can safely switch to Heracross on his recover and still be able to take him out, meanwhile he's trying to wear me down with a Tri-Attacks. This stall war goes for a while, up to the point where I bring him down to the red zone with a critical hit Scald, and then I decide to switch to Heracross on his recover and finally take him out with a close combat. His last Pokemon is a Licky Licky, and I have a feeling that he will survive a close combat with a Smidgen, and with a -2 defense I know that Body Slam will take me out. That is why I go to Ludicolo once again and I get paralyzed, so he just takes me out with 2 Body Slams. So now if only his Body Slam doesn't paralyze me, I got the game. But of course,
Fucking thing sucks! That is it for us today.
yeah, thanks for that Bill, that pretty much sums it up. Good game Live, came down to the wire. Of course if not your Shadow Tag Chandelure, my Joan Jet would really get to shine in the rain, so it will be a whole different game, but oh well, I still enjoyed it. I hope you guys did as well, in which case likes or comments are always nice, and I see you all next time.